So I don't have any flashing, so I can't go above the window, but I would love to put a couple pieces up just to show Steph what it's going to look like. I think would be awesome. And what we need to do, like we did with Eric at Brock's, is we need to do some type of story pole, because we just want to make sure that your siding doesn't, have a little sliver right here. So I think we need to get some pieces out, see what kind of spacing we got, and make a story pole like we did at Brock's. The dog must have got tired of barking. He's only been barking all morning. Hi, babies! Oh, there he is. Now I got him. So we just laid a couple pieces of siding out here, and it looks like 7 and like a 16th is about to the edge of this one. So if we go 7 and 16th, 14 and 8th, 21 and 3/16, and go that way, we'll make a story pole, and that way we can put it on top of the window, just make sure that we're not going to get a little sliver in there. But I think that's probably close enough. You know what I'm saying? Because we're only going to go a couple feet before we hit the window anyways. It's not like a big long run before we hit the window. So 7 and a 16th, 14 and an 8th, 21 and 3/16, 28 and a quarter, 35 and 5, 42 and 3/8, 49 and 7, 56 and a half. So I didn't just film it because it was a lot of rigmarole back and forth, but the story pole definitely was the way to go. So we just kept moving it a little bit left, a little bit right, until we got a good starting point, which I think Ray's got a mark right there. Okay, so that'll be the rip on our first piece, and that's to the face. Just need to make sure we take that in consideration. And then from there, we'll come this way. So we're only gonna be able to put a couple pieces in because we can't get above the window until I got flashing. But this will give you, Stephanie, a good idea of what it's gonna look like, and I think she'll be super stoked. So I think that'll work. All right, cool. Oh gosh, now what?
Well, if we do it this way, we're working right to left.
I know, that's all right. I can hit left to right.
Okay.
Unless no, because there we'll only get one piece in because we need window trim there too. Yeah, I'm all right. I can pound left to right, dude. I'm freaking ambidextrous.
Yeah, amphibious?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so about 6 and a quarter.
Got my first measurement here, and I am going to put some type of trim, freeze board, little cookie, something, whatever you call it up here, just to cover the cuts, just so it looks better. So I didn't go too bang tight. I left it down a little bit, and he's just going to put that 312 angle on it. So that's the short point he's got. Ray, I will say that it would be nice if this corner board was plumb, because if not, it's going to be hard to get that first piece straight. But just as I expected.
Good?
Of course. And one thing you can do too is that because he's got to make another cut on the next one, so what he's going to do is he's just going to measure down the board where the next one's going to go to a short point, and he can pull his own number. So we got our 4 pieces up before I got to go get some window flashing, and I think it's going to look freaking awesome. Window actually is totally painted, caulked and painted. It looks freaking ballin'. And then this is already caulked and painted. Dude, she gonna look stealth.
Doesn't matter what you think, it matters what your wife thinks.
Shut up, Jones. That is 100% true. So this is the real test to see if Stephanie likes the siding.
Looks good to me. Why?
No, I don't know. Do you like it?
Yeah.
You like the vertical?
We just don't want it so matchy-matchy with the house.
Well, because the thing is, it wouldn't match with the house because this is thicker stuff. So it wouldn't look the same as a house. It would look like we're trying to match it, but it wouldn't match. So that's that. See, now the corner board just kind of blends in, like you really don't even see it. That's this piece. See, this piece sticks out farther.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
That's, yeah, exactly. Now we could paint the face of that a different color to make it stand out, something different.
No.
No, you like it? All right, 10-4. We bought a new ladder.
Yeah, you did.
And there it is. Strapped to the top of the Tahoe. I don't know. Probably my tools. I'm driving. We're gonna hope it doesn't fall off. Because, yeah, that one I have at home is not cutting it, dude. So I got off my wall and got a big 24-foot corner. It should do nice. So hopefully it gets it home. Oh my gosh, it is so hot out there. Oh, that's some good water. So a while back, you remember I did this ad for this Waterdrop under the sink reverse osmosis system. And at first I was like, yeah, it sounds cool, but coming from a generation of mine where we drank out of the hose and really didn't drink water at all, I didn't think much of it until you have a family and kids and you understand how important it is for good drinking water. Before we had the reverse osmosis system, what did we do? We grabbed a bottle of water, and I can't stand bottled water. Not that I don't like the taste of bottled water, I don't like bottled water. The plastic, it just goes into the, the landfills, and it's super expensive. And actually, if you look at most water bottles, they're filtered by reverse osmosis. So instead of grabbing a bottle of water, we just grab a bottle of water. And in the long run, it's so much cheaper because the cartridges, the filters on these things are about $100 a year compared to buying bottled water every single day. And with all the natural disasters happening in this world right now, one thing I didn't think of is, what do you always hear when there's a natural disaster? Boil water, can't drink the water. Well, you don't have to do that anymore. Here's your boiled water right here. With its 8-stage filtration system, the reverse osmosis system is your good drinking water. And with the TPS readout, it tells you the quality of the water that you're drinking. I was also thinking about, we do a lot of camping. And every time we go camping, we're buying bottled water or we're buying big bulky jugs of water. It's so nice to have a reverse osmosis system with us in the camper. Well, boom. The Waterdrop A2 countertop reverse osmosis system. This thing has a 5-stage filtration system and hot and cold water at the touch of a button. So your mouth's salivating for some good drinking water? Hey, just click the link in the description below. Go check out a couple of these systems. And right now, Waterdrop is running a huge fall discount on the under sink Waterdrop system. And if you use the promo code BUILDINGJ, you'll get another 5% off on that system. Hey, thanks to Waterdrop for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back to work. Okay. Hey, what's up? Hey, I need you.
Yeah, good story.
Bro, where's the AC up here?
Hot up here, dude.
Dude.
This is my sauna.
Dude, it's like a sauna.
It is a sauna.
All right, what is this thing?
All right, metal breaker. Here we go.
All right, you got any stuff?
Turn on the lights for you here. Oh,
that's not it. That's too big.
Yeah, no, that is it.
It's that big?
That's the stuff. You're going to have the biggest flashes, biggest stick out this far.
All right, how many is that going to make?
Well, I rip it into strips.
How many?
4.5 inches wide per strip, or 4, 5. Yeah.
Well, how wide? How wide is it?
Well, I usually make them.
So 24.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's probably good right there.
So if you did 6,
how
you'd get 4.
Windows? How wide are your windows?
One window's 7. The other window's like 9. I have one door, and then the garage is 10.
Okay. You're gonna have some joints in the long ones.
Yeah.
Because I don't like to. Well, this will bend 10 feet though, if you want no joint.
No, I don't care.
Okay, good. Because it only does 8 feet. Yeah. Okay, so I do about a 1/2 inch turn down on the front edge. So I'll put this.
Turn down for what?
Turn down for. Your flashing's 1 inch, but I usually go 1 1/8.
Okay.
So we'll do 1 1/8. Okay. All right, now that I got those marks, I just like to take the nippers here and I clip it into both ends here by lining them up. That way I transfer my marks end to end super accurately. Okay. Put the little cut mark right on the edge of the bender. Good?
Yep.
I'm good. Lock her down. All right, then we'll bend that up to almost 90.
Almost 90, not
almost
quite.
90, but for some reason this thing, like in the middle, see?
Oh,
that's like almost 90, but on the ends it's past 90.
Just kind of.
So I just kind of
tweak it back.
Yeah, and then I use my laser eye to make sure it's all in the same plane. I just align myself with some part of it there, and then I bend it by hand.
Bro, this isn't Brock's. Let's go.
Until I all the way up to the 1 inch, 1/8 mark. There it is.
Yep.
Little bob and drop there. Okay.
And now this again is not a full 90, right?
A full what now?
You don't want
No.
90.
We want a little slope on it, so
yeah.
the water doesn't get snagged up in that down a little bit.
About time you come check on me. I could have freaking died up. I could have died up here. It's so hot.
Sweaty sweat. What's up, dude? Don't get sweat on my thing.
Dude.
Don't be sweating on my floor.
I mean, I think it looks good. I got 2 made.
2 this whole time? You got 2? We already had 1 made for you.
Morning. Happy July 5th. I'm going to do this. Since this walkboard's still there, I did buy that new ladder, but I'd love to get this painted. I'm gonna paint the soffit and the underneath of that fascia board from the walkboard. And then I need to drop the walkboard back down here so that I can do the window trim. I'm gonna grab some paint and go at it. I'm just going crazy. I got soffit going on, I got corner board going on, I got door trim going on. And one thing I did notice, and you can't really see it now because it's covered with paint, but there was a few gaps in the caulk that didn't get in there perfect. And it's hard to tell when you're first doing it, but when you go to paint it, you can definitely see them. And when this paint sucks in, you'll see some holes. And that's why it's gonna be awesome that I have this black big stretch from Sashko, because I can go back and I can touch those up and not have to paint it again. Now, if I had white, I'd have to go back, I'd have to touch them up. I have to put this in there, I have to go back and touch it up. Not gonna happen with the black big stretch. It's gonna be one and done. We made little tick marks here, and that showed us where to make the bends, but I don't want those in my piece, so I need to cut those off. So this is pretty simple. It's got like, I think a 1/2 inch turn down. It's got like 1 1/8 on the flat. And as you can see, that this is not really a true 90, because I don't want this to be up so water sits there. I want this to be a little angled so that the water runs off. So all I'm gonna simply do is just cut this off straight right here to cut those little nubs off. And I'm not saying I'm the most precise guy, but I think I can cut a straight line. So I'll cut it there, come on this side. I got some long snips, so I can get this all in one cut, which is pretty easy to cut straight then. I'll cut it there. And then this piece, you can actually just do that and it breaks. So, all right, that's my piece. Let's get it up there. I do want to make sure that it's down all the way. Now, I can't see that side. I am going to get down and look at this side just to make sure it's right. Yeah, we're good. Make sure we got a little angle on it. I am going to put some zip tape across the top, so if water does get back here, it's going to go here. It's going to go over my zip tape onto the flashing over the front, not back behind. Another 1/2 roll. Sweet. And then another thing I need to do before we get going here is we need to have a 3/8 gap above our flashing. And I know that seems like a lot, but that's what they want, because if water does sit on this flashing, they don't want the siding to be close to it so it could wick up into it. So we're gonna go 3/8 of a gap here, and then under the window, we're gonna go 3/16 or 3/16 gap, because we're gonna caulk that. We're not gonna caulk above this window, because again, if water gets back here, we want it to go down and out. If we caulk that, it's gonna hold the water back behind it, and that's not good. So a 3/8 gap here, 3/16 on the bottom. So I'm gonna make a couple cheater shims to put there. Way easier to measure when you have that in place. That's the only thing that sucks about working around here on the weekdays, is that Nana and Pop-Up are home. She wants to weed eat, he wants to cut the grass. I'm like, it ain't gonna work, bro. So here's my 3/8. So it's so simple. This is what I do to get my measurement, is I'm gonna hold it right there. Now remember, my siding's gonna be gapped off a little bit. So if I put this just like that, and I'm just gonna strike a line like that, now I have a line to mark to. I don't have to worry about guessing. I don't have to worry about this. I'm just gonna measure to that line, and that's it. And then I'll go down below. I'll do the same thing with my 3/16. I got my 2-inch gap on the bottom. So there's a lot of things going on. 2-inch gap on the bottom, 3/16 under the window, 3/8 above the window, and I also need to figure out my rip. Now, in a perfect world, this rip would be the same all the way down, up and down the window, but I'm guessing it's probably not gonna be like that. So, all right, Jones, so first cut is going to be, and again, I'm just going to my 3/16 spacer mark right there, is going to be 24, and let's go 3/8. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him a number here to this line, which represents the edge of this board. So I'm going to give him that number. He's going to take 3/16 and 3/16 off, and that's going to be what's left. And he's going to cut the rest of that out. So from here to there, I'm right at 3.5. Down there on my block, and I'm looking at 92 1/4. 111.5. Yeah, see, that number is not the same, which is all right. It is. Even when we do it with the Perkins, it's not, so it don't really matter. Let's go with 3 1/8. You're writing it on that?
I don't have anything.
Oh gosh, dude. That is definitely not gonna work out right. So the sucky part for Ray is that he needs to cut it from the back. So he's got to kind of orientate the board where he knows what edge is which, so that way he knows what side to take it out from. So he's got his total length, and I'm not even gonna mess him up. I'm just gonna let him do his thing. So I'm gonna leave. All right, here we go, Ray. Moment of truth, baby. So I'm gonna go on my spacer on the bottom. Something's definitely not right. That's 4 3/4.
Oh, I took out 3 1/8. I got it now.
He's got it now. So he took out the 3 1/8, which actually leave the 3 1/8. So, and it's good that it's that way and that it's not the other way. Because if it was the other way, we would have lost the board. But this way, he just needs to take more out, which is no big deal. So while Ray is getting that thing cut, trying to maximize my time, I do need to put these in. These are the pancakes for my wall sconces, so I do need to put this one up right here because we are going to get to that today. So let me see if I have something that'll pop that bottom out. Pop that bottom out. Ooh, there's my copy from last week. Pop that bottom out. Look at that move. Just do that. Alrighty, first piece of siding, take 32. No, I'm just joking. Only the second. Now he might have to take the groove off the back, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it in there. All right, so I got the bottom squared away. So I'm gonna shoot the bottom so that doesn't move. So my biggest thing is just making sure that the bottom one is plumb and the top ones are plumb. And then what I'll do is, as I'm moving along the window, is I'll pull numbers from the left-hand side just to make sure that when I get to the far side, I'm in the same spot. Because if not, if I'm a ½ inch off, I'm never going to get that one in. It's kind of a pain. So I got the bottom in where it needs to go and plumb. Let me see if I can get the top now. Okay, so that's good. Let me shoot that top. Reason 1027 why airlines suck. So again, there I have to face nail it just because I don't have any groove or anything to shoot. So I'm going minimal, not the normal 8 or 10 inches. I'm going like 16 or a foot. So I think it's good. Top's plumb, bottom's plumb. I'll just start putting a couple in as I'm going. I'll just keep pulling numbers to make sure that I'm not getting off too much. I did switch it up to the battery gun again because I'm only having to shoot through this little flange right here. So it's actually going through there just fine, even with those aluminum nails or whatever they are. So again, in the corner boards and in the trims, it was not good. It was sucky. So I stopped using it, but now this one's got a clip. It's easy, no hose. I'm loving it. We're cruising along, and as you can see, I am writing down every one. I'm pulling off the window to every one here, and I know that might seem crazy to some people, but I'm telling you right now, when we were at Brock's, across just like one window, we got off like 3/4 of an inch somehow. No idea how it happened, but it's such a pain to try to fix. You can see how using the spacer just makes that look so much cleaner. If I try to just, feel each one or try to guess which one it was gonna be for my 3/8, it would have been impossible. So that makes a nice clean line there, makes it look nice. So usually at the job site, I would just stand around and do nothing while Ray cuts, but that's because I get paid by the hour. But here I'm on my own, so I'm going to do some caulking. Well, after a little bit of rigmarole, I finally got down there, and the problem I was having is that this metal is not flat. It kind of rocks over each joist. So I'm having a hard time using my spacer, and the spacer sits on an angle. So it's definitely not great by any means, but Jones is down there eyeballing it, and he said it don't look bad. And from up here, it's gonna look great. So unless you're standing right there, I don't think it really matters. So I did not shoot this last one yet because now I have the opportunity to pull some numbers before I shoot that one in. That way, if I have to space that one off or if I have to bang it tighter, I can without having to pull it apart. Alright, on these long ones, Ray's gonna help me put them in because it's really hard to keep the bottom or the top in without the other one falling out. So I don't know if there's a right way or a wrong way to put these in, but all we do is, if Ray's gonna go first since he's got the gun, he's gonna go in, he's gonna bang it tight or bang it to where it needs to go. I'm gonna try to maybe hold that in for him a little bit. There you go. Oh yeah. See, now you can't see, but he's bang, bang, bang tight at the very bottom. So what I would do is I would just come up to where the spacing's good. He's gonna shoot it there where the spacing is good. And then what's gonna happen is when I bang my top in, can I get that little block, Ray? I think what will happen is it will actually space out the bottom. I need to go a little higher. All right, so my good. So it looks like I'm good at the very top there. So I'm gonna shoot that at the very top there. Wow! Triple shot. Discount triple shot. And then what I'll do is I'll come down here somewhere near the middle there. Now that we have the bottom in, we have the top in the middle, banger tight. And then as you can see, it opened up the bottom nice because he shot it where it was good. So just like to look up and down, make sure everything looks good. I'll throw a level on just to make sure she's plumb. We've also hit our first light, which is awesome. So what I'm going to do is all right, so I'm gonna give him the center. So from here to the center of this, 6 3/4. And then I need to go down, I need to put my block on the bottom so I can get a up number for that. I have 84 3/4. And then what I will do is I will grab this, we have another one, and we'll use this one to make the mark on that one. And all he's gonna do is just line that up like that. All right, so Ray obviously did a phenomenal job there. Super stoked how that looks. Again, I'm just pulling numbers off of my door here to see what I want to do. 8 3/4. That lawnmower is pissing me off. Dabber. Nice. Ray said that last cut, the cut was wrong because of my tools. No, he didn't. But there is something on there. I don't know if it's Lexel or some kind of gook. And it's getting caught every time he tries to cut it. So we went with the smaller DeWalt, little kind of homeowner type size, but it's really handy, easy to use, and still cuts great. So we're gonna roll with that one instead of the Big Daddy.
It's the light too.
Yeah. How's that? Carpenter always blames his tools if it's not cut square. You hear old Mario Andretti DeBroge over there? I know he is. Thinks that's a race car or something. So you might have seen this move a couple times in the TL, but we really haven't talked about it. But what Ray's doing here is he's ripping the groove off. And we know that we have to face nail this one anyways because it's up against the corner. And the problem is you can't get it to engage in there and still get your piece in. So to make it easy, we just rip this off, put it up there, face nail it, and call it a day.
There she is.
There she is. I think I can officially call myself a man now.
I mean,
You got a ladder this big, bro. You gotta be a man.
dude, you have to. Well, Jamie wouldn't say so, but.
Shut up. Jamie's not here. I almost lost her already.
Oh, man. Dude, she's so big I can't even get the whole thing in screen.
So I just realized that, not that we messed up on our corner boards, but I bought 5 1/4 for that. I was gonna do 5 1/4 and 4 1/4 on the corner boards to make them look a little beefier, but we didn't. And not that it even shows that much anyways, because everything blends in so well anyways, but so we are gonna have to take some of this 5 1/4 and rip it down to have enough to do the window trim, but don't matter. I actually like the smaller better. All right, so I added a couple more sheets out here because this was a little sketch walking out here. I didn't like Jones standing out here. And in cleaning up, I found 2 more of these, the 3 1/2. So I think I did plan on this. I think I did plan for 3 1/2 and 4 1/2. And I bought the 5 1/2s for in between the windows and 5 1/2 for the face there and 5 1/2 for in here. So that's what we have. So I think I have the right amount of material. So I think we're good there. So that makes me feel a little bit better that I didn't totally screw everything up. It's a lot, dude. People think it's not a lot. It's just this little thing, but it's a lot by yourself and try and do it, you know, here and there and just a little bit here, a little bit there. It takes a little bit of a toll on you, but enough whining. All right, we're back at it tomorrow. Ray says, I don't want to brag, but we freaking slayed that side, dude. That side went way faster.
It's almost like we knew what we were doing.
We didn't know what we were doing, but we did because it took us, the other window took us like 2 hours.
Yeah.
This one took us like 40 minutes. And it's bigger. And it looks freaking ballin'. So, hey, what do you think? You want to put up some siding? I got a little business proposition for you.
Well, I don't think I'm getting anything out of this.
All right, so all the siding's way on the other side. I mean, it's so far away, and it's got to get carried all the way over here. So I'll do that for you if you would start caulking that window. I mean, the other side you did so good. That's the problem. When you do things so good, Ray, people keep asking you. See, like me, I just do it crappy, and then nobody ever asks me to do it. See? Woo! Man, does that look nice. All right, so it started raining as soon as I got done, so I'm hoping that none of the paint got washed off. But I also got our lights. I bought these barn-looking lights that Stephanie liked, and I might as well, the electric's not hooked up yet, but I'm going to hook this one up just so that when she comes home, she can see kind of what it's going to look like and almost finished on this side. So I do got that freeze board to put in and some other paint in here. But for the most part, she's almost done on this side. Looks nice. I think that's about it for the structure for a couple weeks. My brother's coming this weekend, and we're going to be out at the lake. Maybe the following weekend, Jones, I can get out here, and we can get more of this side done. We got quite a bit done. We got all underneath the window done. All there done. And he got it all caulked up. Super nice. Got a little squirrely there, but again, this is on the back side. No one's ever going to see it. I guess he didn't want to caulk that, but looks pretty good.